This is We Are All Evangelizers and whatever else is on Deacon Eric's mind. I'm Deacon Eric, and this is what's on my mind today. Coming back to Catholicism. Cardinal Timothy Dolan wrote an interesting article recently noting the return of young people to the Catholic Church. Cardinal Dolan, the Archbishop of New York, wrote in the New York Post that he engaged in conversations with other cardinals from around the world who are all echoing the same refrain this summer. Young people are slowly making their way back to the church. This is a reversal of a decades-long trend. But why? Better yet, why now? The cardinals, as a group, were amazed at the number of young people in Rome this summer, not only for the election of a new pope, but who had come as pilgrims for the Jubilee year of hope. When Cardinal Dolan returned to New York after Pope Leo XIV was elected, he asked the pastors in his diocese if they had noticed a rise in the number of teens and young adults at Mass recently. The answer was a resounding yes. There is some data to back up what the Cardinal is referencing, specifically a survey of people in Generation Z that showed a 6% increase in 13 to 28-year-olds attending Mass regularly. The survey was taken by Harvard University in 2022 and 23, and whose results are showing up in the pews of young people here in 2025 across the United States. A similar trend has showed up in England and in France. This leads us back to the questions I posed earlier as to what has changed in the minds of those returning to or coming into the church. The Cardinal's article suggests he doesn't have one specific answer for that, though he does have some relevant thoughts on the situation. At the top of his list is the witness of young saints who grew up in the era of Generation Z. Blessed Pier Giorgio Frasetti and Blessed Carlo Acutis, who will both be canonized next week. He says college campus ministries are also a big draw as well. Not to mention just the state of the world, specifying war, injustice, famine, violence, bigotry, mass shootings, political vitriol. Those inclined to look to the world for meaning, he says, now know better. As previous polls have shown, a great number of young adults describe themselves as having no religious affiliation. And with suicide rates going up at the same time for this age group, maybe young adults are being drawn to the stability of Catholic teaching. Maybe the era of everything is relative, there are no rules, is coming to an end. Maybe young people are starting to see that there is great comfort in believing in a definitive right and wrong, that there is objective good and evil, and that there is purpose to our lives. Maybe they are starting to see that there is eternal life, and it is attainable through Jesus Christ and the Church. Granted, the numbers are small to this point. There's still a long way to go. There are a couple thousand baptized Catholics within our own parish boundaries who are not attending Mass. In a couple weeks, Father Mike will be unveiling an evangelization initiative designed to bring them back to their spiritual home. Stay tuned. This is We Are All Evangelizers. I'm Deacon Eric, and that's what's on my mind today.